How big do I want that?
Hey, yo.
Hey, that's what she said.
There we go. All right, meme made. Let's
All right. We're starting in 3. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kamen Rider Reviews. We've had a nice long couple-month break to watch another show that is a favorite of all of ours, and now we're back to watch Kamen Rider Build. Joining me, Kuchiri, are my usual best matches, Kat and Frez. And also joining us for this season of Kamen Rider is Sean Dillon. How's everyone doing?
Doing all right. Totally Not Mark just released a video on Evangelion, and I feel happy.
Oh boy.
I'm sure that
I'm watching Evangelion after the series, and I've been so much happier for it.
Did you watch rebuilds or just the series?
Just the series. And even then, I didn't watch the full series.
I've never seen any Evangelion.
Good.
Okay, after this, we're doing Evangelion.
Watch Elfen Lied instead.
So going into Kamen Rider Build, the guy who show ran this, of course, they do a different showrunner every year. Massive fan of classic Kamen Rider, and he was doing other shows, and his kid got into earlier Heisei Kamen Riders, and he's like, you know what? I want to do my own Kamen Rider, and I want to do it bringing in classic Kamen Rider tropes, early Heisei tropes, and current Heisei tropes. So this is basically a little bit of everything. What's up, Frez?
I just want to say, I have a thing going with Sean where I'm reading a bunch of comics every month, and I've gotten to the straight story 6, as we've called them, the 6 comics I have to read for this crazy so-and-so to explain why the Straight Story is the best Star Trek movie ever made. Anyway,
it's very straightforward and obvious why it's the greatest Star Trek movie ever made. I'm just not going to tell you.
Yeah, it's like I've never seen the Straight Story, and even I understood fully when he explained it.
Yes, I know. But anyway, I'm working for it. But I just wanted to add that the first thing I did for this was Shotaro Ishinomori's Kamen Rider manga. So right from the jump, watching Build, I immediately clocked, oh, this is just Shocker too.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yes.
Well, technically Shocker like 11. Well,
there's been some dalliances with this plot trope in the last 50 years of Kamen Rider. Okay.
Yeah. It's not even the first Kamen Rider series to involve the devil.
Wait, what?
I mean, devil scientist, Faust, it's pretty satanic in nature.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy. Anyone seen Madoka Magical Rebellion? What?
Who's
the hell is that?
What do you guys mean?
Elephant.
There's an elf in the room?
Motherfucker!
Oh, crap! There's an elf in the room!
Okay, I'm going to Twitter. We're canceling Kuchiri. Again.
Once again, Kuchiri is being kicked off for a cactus.
What even is that image? That is terrifying.
That is the actor of Kamen Rider Build wearing a mask of a Japanese MMA wrestler.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yep. We
Question,
gotta talk about it.
Which character is he?
No, this is the actual guy who played Build.
Oh, okay. He's the suit actor. Okay.
No. The Sento.
Oh.
That's what I was asking.
Like, no, straight up Sento. So, long story short, Sento has a YouTube channel where he likes to do TikTok trends and things of that nature. He was going to go meet a producer, and he wanted to scare him, surprise him. The only mask they had in the van is of Japanese MMA wrestler Bobby Olugun. And so he wore that mask and, scared this producer. Nothing really to it. Like, he didn't try and make fun of black people, anything like that. And as we discussed during 01, like things like that aren't really like recognized as being bad in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
in the 2000s, there was the whole everyone trying to make themselves look like Beyonce with makeup and lipstick and stuff like that. Jinx.
I'm sorry,
was a
they did
cause of
what
it.
now?
You know how Jinx came to be, the Pokemon Jinx?
Oh, Mr. Popo.
Jinx was a result from the trend of a bunch of Japanese teenagers idolizing black pop stars from America, so they tried darkening their makeup to look like it.
Ah,
I need to lie down now.
Yeah,
The past was a
That's
mistake.
that's why there was the elephant in the room. We had to discuss the Bobby Olga mask.
Okay, but I just once again have to remind all of you that this person set up a separate account for Google Meets with that image called the elephant and just added it into our thing and be like, wait, did someone leak our thing? Oh no, we're going to address the elephant.
Like the Americans in the room will understand when I'm going to give this allegory, but do you ever have that moment where like you're happy throughout the entire year and you think like, oh yeah, it's like next week is Thanksgiving. I'm going to see Aunt, Karen in a couple of days. I wonder if she's doing all right. And then you go to see her and it's like, oh, that's right. Aunt Karen is racist as fuck.
Yep.
That's what it's like with Japan.
See, I'm the only non-American in here, but I understand this sentiment perfectly. I also watched Time and Twice Upon a Time.
Oh,
Lord.
geez. Yeah. But yeah, no. So basically, Build. We got every time we talk about a season with an elephant, I'm going to have the elephant in the room.
How many Oh God, how many elephants are there?
I mean, I know that there's one season where it was like what was it? The devil character was very actively a racist.
Yeah, no, Revice is one half of the primary writer. Revice did blackface, made fun of African cultures, and never apologized for any of it. And the reason why it's bad for him is he's actually not even fully Japanese. He was actually like born in Germany, so he should know better. But he actively goes around, and he actually Sony had him be Spider-Punk in the second Across the Spider-Verse movie for the Japanese dub. Yeah, no, a lot of fans weren't happy with that.
Boy, don't you miss when like you had Kamen Rider actors like Fua and Izu doing Animal Crossing?
I'm not going to lie. Whenever TikTok first came out, and I somehow stumbled upon the Build actors TikToks, like all of them behind, like during like the breaks between shoots, just did random TikToks. It was actually kind of funny and wholesome.
Beautiful.
But yeah, no. Should we actually get into the show proper?
Okay, I just want to say this is rather a bit of escalation in high concept for us Kamen Rider New, because you start this out with 0-1. It's like, okay, so there's AI robots and they exist and they help people out, but people are prejudiced against them. It's a parable about AI and expanding technology. Okay, so we start this shit up, and then it's like, so we went to the moon, so we went to Mars, and we found an alien box, and then someone touched the box, and walls built up, and they split Japan into 3 separate countries, and also there's monsters going around, and there's Chakra 2 happening, and people are losing their memories, and there's a future that is like, what the fuck? Calm down.
And also, like, there's fucking Weapon X going on in the background as well.
Right, Shocker 2.
Yeah.
Chakra 2.
So yeah, no, we get a nice explanation on what happened 10 years prior to the series with the Skywall tragedy. As Frez said, we went to Mars. We found an artifact, and somehow that artifact caused everything. And I was actually going to do kill count graphics on this, but everyone that got flown up to the air, they're dead.
Well,
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
They replayed that one of the woman getting tossed into the air, and each time I'm thinking, well, she's dead.
Yep.
Also, I want to say the serendipitous timing of this. I throw on the opening. we are watching this after the first new season of Doctor Who finished. And I'm watching this, and we're going to Mars. Oh, where's this astronaut going? Is that a fucking pyramid? A pyramid on Mars?
Is there life on Mars?
No, it's all dead.
In the 3 shots they had people flown up to the sky, I counted 12 people dead. We are kill counting this, folks.
And let's get to the numbers.
I mainly remember the best kill count episode is the Danganronpa one because the lady got in the Junko cosplay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yes, that is certainly a thing I am familiar with.
And that was it's a YouTube thing.
Mm-hmm. So while this is going on, we find out that this is an interview being conducted by the assistant to the prime minister of one of the 3 new countries that came out of this whole Japan being split apart thing. And he basically says, it's our first objective right now to find out everything that the box contains. There's more energy in this box than nuclear power. Basically, it's a MacGuffin. Straight up MacGuffin.
They've only got 7 chances to figure out what's in the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
And then it turns out to be Brad Pitt's wife's head.
Oh, come on.
Wasn't she played by Dakota Fanning?
No, Paltrow?
Paltrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow, that's the one.
Why would you think a child actress was playing Brad Pitt's
I
wife
don't even know.
at a time before she was a child actress?
Yeah, I think she was like a toddler when 7 came out, if that.
I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention to these people.
I don't fucking know. No, the best Gwyneth Paltrow moment I remember was when she's on with what's his name, Favreau, and she doesn't remember being in Spider-Man in the MCU.
My favorite is Anna Kendrick, who legitimately does not remember that she was in Twilight.
Oh, she tweeted that out. That's the greatest. That's a wonderful tweet. Holy shit, guys! I was in Twilight.
So, fun fact about other versions of Kamen Rider Build. This is how the country split in the South Korean version.
Wait a minute. So in South Korea, for the dub, they actually set it in South Korea.
Well, they picked a different country because of Japan stuff.
Oh yeah, Japan, Korea.
Yep.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a whole controversy with Barbie regarding, I think it was Hong Kong, and that relationship with Japan.
No. It's the whole Taiwan thing because Hong Kong doesn't recognize Taiwan as its own country.
Right.
Which is hilarious because in China, there's at least 3 separate countries there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're canceled by China.
So we are met by this reporter Sawa, which I'm surprised she isn't in the intro to the show, given she's a decent supporting character for most of the series, but she's basically trying to figure out more information on the box and on this mysterious Kamen Rider that's been rumored.
I think that might be why she wasn't in the intro. After all, this is a heated drama between men, and not a heated drama between men and one woman. Well, 2 women.
I mean, but we get our first glimpse of Sento, who runs up to the box, and we get one of many cowlicks.
Why does his hair do that? What is this?
Why indeed? Why indeed?
I mean, how are we supposed to know he's the main character without his ahoge?
Danganronpa reference. Yeah.
That's 2 in one stream. I'm gonna be.
It's this season's Symphogear.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
But yeah, so we cut to Sawa, having a heated discussion with her editor about not sleeping with the assistants of the prime minister because, of course, he's a sleazeball. and she gets attacked.
If only she had slept with him, she wouldn't have gotten attacked, and none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing she didn't.
That's your lesson, people. Don't put out for sleazeballs.
Especially if they're
Because
in
then you can get
politics.
attacked and then find a great news story.
Yeah,
That's how it works, right?
we get.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how Wargate got busted.
No one wants to sleep with Nixon. Jeez.
And don't be silly. Watergate got busted because they woke up Forrest Gump.
I swear to God, if Tom Hanks ever turns out the milkshake duck, I'm rioting.
Oh God.
Yeah. He is, after all, who the government goes to for credibility.
No.
I mean, he's the smartest one in the room when he goes to Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I like this. I like this Build fella in this intro. I mean, he's got a drill sword.
Oh yeah,
He's a charming young lad.
Night. I like this night fight scene. Kind of
Yeah.
like shows off like the colors really well. And that the Fierce Whale kind of like emphasizes it. But
who doesn't love red and blue contrast?
Mm-hmm. Trust me, you're going to see red and blue for most of this series.
Sean knows that right now I have my head.
And there's the symphony here.
Russian roulette. Do 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 do.
Yeah, hell yeah!
I mean, there is the other red and blue, which is, of course, Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever
Can we
Spider
stop
can.
singing songs that might get us DMCA'd? Thank you.
Yeah, do you have the soundboard?
No.
I don't have it up, sadly.
Dang it, I was going to ask what you wanted for Christmas.
Anyway.
Well, our editor can help with that.
Nope. He's not going to help with
Kuchiri's
that.
the editor.
Curses.
Oh wait, we can't bully you like
Unless
we can
Sean.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a bit of an in media res intro. Like it's like, hey, there's a Kamen Rider. Like all the exposition, the high concept. But it's like, hey, there's a Kamen Rider around. Oh, he saved the lady. Oh, he's in the lab and he's got shit drawn on his face and. There's a bottle in a microwave, and then a cabinet opens, and a sleepy girl walks out. What?
Well, we skipped seeing a glimpse of Batman. We keep on talking about Spider-Man, but Batman's in this show.
I mean, Spider-Man was in the original Kamen Rider.
So was Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
So neat little
I feel like I'm
trivia.
missing out on something.
Neat little trivia. The episode numbers. When the episode title comes up, there's an equation that was actually presented by actual Japanese college professors that the answer to the equations are the episode numbers. So, for example, this episode number starts out with 1010 to the 0th power, which everything to the 0th power is 1. What's up, Frez?
I just want to say you have successfully wormed your way into my brain because when you were saying that, when you said the word presented, in my brain, it immediately autocorrected to by Zaya.
Thankfully, he's not here. Wait, he's not here, right?
No. This is
Okay,
this came out in 2017, a couple years before.
Look, at this point, I'm pretty sure I have to keep checking because he seems to be in everything.
Yeah. He's been here the whole time.
But we
The whole time.
Well, Sean, you don't know who they're talking about. You've never seen 01. Anyway,
no, I do not.
Shitty cat.
But I'm sure he's there somewhere. Like how Sutek is always there in the TARDIS.
And just reminding myself not to let Chris watch this yet.
Yeah.
So
the girl that comes out is the tool to make these new toys. I mean, power-ups for Build. Basically, he drains the essence of the monster, which the monster from the intro was the Porcupine Smash. They throw it in this microwave, and then she purifies it into a new power-up.
Which I'm sure there's going to be revelations about how she does this and how it works.
Yep.
Yep.
That is a one of the 4 mysteries that I pointed out in the first 2 episodes. Her mystery though doesn't get focused on as much until about the 2/3 mark.
I think episode 30 is when
No, I'm not saying the exact episode number.
All right.
Somewhere in the weeds of this
because they're going to be focusing on this next mystery we get with the scene between the man who owns the cafe above the secret hideout, Master. I can never remember his name. I only know him as Master. What is his name?
Give me a sec.
you will obey him.
His name is Sochi Ishiurugi.
Yeah, let's just call him Master. So basically, we find out between the conversation between two of them, Build has no memories. He's been living the last year in the secret hideout, creating inventions to become a superhero. Try and find out his past, because a year ago he had no memories.
Well, I mean, he remembers the one mystery hook is and like you said, it is blatant classic Kamen Rider. Oh no, I'm being experimented on by a bunch of mysterious fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just realized
literally the bad guys.
I just realized, does this make the Amazing Spider-Man films Kamen Rider movies?
Oh my god.
I mean,
I haven't seen those, so maybe.
I mean, Jonathan Hickman's Spider-Man run is basically just a Kamen Rider run, complete with heated drama between men.
Incredible.
I still love that tagline.
It will only become more accurate with time.
Oh yeah, no.
One can only hope.
Banjo and Sento are definitely boyfriends by the end of this series.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, it got to the point they literally killed off the one dude's girlfriend, so yeah.
Yep, add that to the kill count.
Well,
yay, fridging
ourselves. Yeah.
We get to see our new motorcycle for this season.
Can I just say, holy fuck, they have a lot of motorcycle riding in this one. I know you
it's
said
Kamen Rider.
Well, yeah,
it's
but
Kamen
Zero
Rider. Of course,
One,
there's motorcycles.
Yeah, but 01 hardly had any in it. I think Kuchiri, you mentioned they had restrictions or something.
Can I also just say they really like the concept of a cell phone turning into a fucking motorcycle?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
If I had a nickel for every time this happened.
You'd have more nickels than you could possibly imagine.
The season before this had Kamen Rider that was a motorcycle.
Oh my god.
And that was
Transformers, robots in disguise.
His so how the previous season worked was they had level 1 forms and level 2 forms. Level 1 forms was just giant chibis. And then level 2 forms, like they actually became Kamen Riders, except for one of them that turned into a bike that the other riders could ride.
So it's less as Transformers and more Digimon.
Something like that.
I'm just imagining the Kamen Rider writers watching the announcement of the iPhone and going, "Oh, holy shit, we need to make that fucker turn into a bike."
And they say this season is the heated drama between men. What about the previous season where they had to decide which one gets to ride the other?
We cut to we find out that Sento aced this exam. He gets his job at this academy research center to research more about the Pandora's box. And you find out that there's a fugitive who escaped from prison who murdered the previous researcher of this box.
If I'm being honest, it was a bit confusing in the initial watch because I thought they said that he murdered his girlfriend.
No. No. I remember it was always he murdered some scientist that worked here. And
I mean,
then
it was the same guy who was in your position, and he died after he got a little too close to the box. But don't pay attention to that. Go research the box.
No, don't worry. There's not a weird Cobra Man or Batman looking to blow your head off behind your back. No.
Just keep doing your job, Lieutenant Columbo.
But we get a scene where the master has hacked into the bike, found out that there's smash readings coming off of Banjo. So it's up to Sento to go find him and stop him from becoming a monster and getting more information. And that leads to a neat little out of suit fight scene. We did not really get that many of these during 01.
No, we didn't. That's good. I love that Sento is just like, okay, I'm gonna fight you, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around. Shake. Behind you.
Also, if you look closely during this scene, yes, the zipper's undone.
Yeah.
This scene.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Okay,
smiled
that's
when I
good.
noticed that on the rewatch.
So can I go ahead and give a little critique about this?
Please.
So I fully get the idea that these are meant for toys. This is a toy selling show. I get
Toyetic.
that. Yes, I have seen so many of these belts by now. I've seen all the weird gimmicks. I've seen the fruit slicing, and I've seen whatever the fuck 01 was doing. I've seen those. The cranking thing, like, how in all these shows the enemy just basically stands around and waits for them to transform.
Mhm.
The cranking thing takes me out of it a little bit
I mean,
because it takes so friggin' long.
yeah, I had that in the back of my mind too. It's like, yeah, you are kind of leaving yourself wide. You kind of got to roll with it. But also, speaking of this being toyetic, it's fucking genius because of the whole mix and match thing. You're gonna have a shit load of fucking forms. It's so many toys.
Like, even better, they could put out these little bonus packs of, oh, here's the new one. Here's the new one. Buy it.
Yeah. No, that's basically what they
It is
did.
genius. It's just when it comes to the practical idea of this man as a Kamen Rider who's going to destroy the monsters, takes a bit of time.
Well, you gotta understand, most of these monsters are also brainless. So whenever things are distracting them, like the random equations that are flying past their faces, ooh, what's going on? Like, that gives them some time to do the cranking.
To be fair, if I saw a man who was cranking his belt, I would also be kind of confused and a little bit scared.
Also, I think whenever the thing comes out of him and like creates that box, I think it's like an like you can't get past it or whatever kind of.
Talking about cranking the belt and then things coming out. Okay.
What's up, Sean?
Our minds are going too far into together. Sean, say something insightful.
Yeah. So given I'm more of a superhero person, and when I see math involved in when I see math involved in a superhero thing, my mind just goes to Darkseid and how math is going to destroy the universe. We are all doomed to the power of math.
Yeah. No.
To be fair, anytime somebody mentions Darkseid, all I can remember is that one time that Santa got past all of his defenses just to make sure he gives him a piece of coal every year.
Oh, it's not one time; it's every year.
Yep.
Well, that's what I said. Every year.
And then Darkseid adds more and more defenses every year.
Mm-hmm. And Santa Claus always wins.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. Also, nice figures.
Yep. This is my Kamen Rider. This is my figure collection of all the Shin characters.
Very lovely.
Yep.
The bear is my favorite.
Yeah.
When do we get to see that series of Kamen Rider?
Sadly, that's an Ultraman character.
Damn.
Just like Toro is a Godzilla character.
Okay, also, I'm very, very sorry, but the shadows in the background are so suspicious.
We've canceled Bill twice in this podcast already.
I mean, it's not like the government hasn't already canceled Build after he helped that criminal.
Well, yeah, we need to talk about the fight. So, as you can tell, gimmick. You put one bottle in, you put another bottle in. Your form uses the combination of the two. So, rabbits give... Yeah. specific combinations of biles will give them a best match, which is a more stronger combination.
Okay, which strains a little credulity again, because literally every fucking one he tries is, it's the best match. Oh,
No.
No, like
No.
Rabbit.
I mean, he's got a
and
panel that shows which one's the best match.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very mysterious panel they just so happens to have. Anyway, Rabbit and Gauntlet don't really work together, whereas Rabbit and Tank work for some reason.
Yeah. But like you see in this fight, he switches out Rabbit for Porcupine, and the belt doesn't say best match. It's because Porcupine is a different bile's best match.
All right, well, that's my ass not paying attention called out.
Yep. Well, yeah, and the thing is, what's cool is they never point this out in the show because they're using the toys, but there's a little sticker where the bile tip is that has like a logo, and that logo tells you what's best match is. But they never point out the sticker.
About those stickers.
Yep. Yeah, those stickers.
What I know about the show, that is even more hilarious.
Yeah. No, considering that in the later episode, it's revealed that Sento cannot figure out his own best matches and just stumbles upon them.
Can we talk about the fact that this motherfucker rides a graph downwards like a slide to do a rider kick?
Math! It can do anything!
Have you noticed every single one of his finishers had some kind of graph or 3D graph involved?
Trigonometrical!
I'm a scientist, can't you tell?
This is where like I understand you guys are watching different translation than what I usually watch this on. Like I like whenever the TV Nihon they translates his catchphrase is the theory of victory is set. And it's like I don't know. I figured the graphs are his theories of victories in my
I
mind.
found the winning formula. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That said, having the bit where the news reporter goes, I figured out his catchphrase. He's going to say his catchphrase was a bit too early for that gag to work.
No.
Yeah.
There's honestly no other time she can do something like this. No one would with the rest of the series.
But
Yeah,
in the present, Kamen Rider Build says ACAB.
Yeah. So
Yep.
after this
This is
after
a very ACAB show. We have not reached peak ACAB.
So Bill defeats
honey.
the Gorilla Smash, and we find out that it was someone who was tested on. We get our first clue to the missing memories things. These monsters come from people who were tested on, and Banjo, claiming that he's not a murderer, saying that he's the idiots of all garbage idiots out there. There's no way he would commit murder because he's such an idiot, Bill decides, you know what? Fuck the police. Let's save this dude, and then we get a motorcycle scene. What's up, Frez?
I just want to say that Sento can use the gorilla half of the best match perfectly, making Fua kind of look bad in comparison, I'm going to throw a gorilla, but ow!
If he wanted to make people from 0-1 look bad, wait until he gets the hawk.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that.
I knew that's what she was going to call out.
Yes, I am certainly familiar with all those nouns. Yeah, so anyway, what I wanted to say was it's not just that they're random people, though eventually random people do get involved, but also specifically prisoners who have been taken by this evil Shao organization known as Faust, which, again, hail Satan and all that. But Faust has kidnapped all these people and forced them to become mostly prisoners who society does not care for. And also, there's a suspicious presence, and it's at the end of the episode with the cops. The assistant to the prime minister himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's in charge of all of that stuff, so of course he's there.
Which, I'm sorry, that man is the most stupid man to ever exist in any show. Again, I know it's for kids, but he's just like, wow, that Kamen Rider, he does a lot of science stuff, and he ran away on a bicycle that looks exactly like the one that my new employee drives. That's weird.
Yes. And of course, there's this Kamen Rider just so happens to sometimes look like my new employee when fighting the cop robots who most assuredly have cameras.
Oh man,
only
I
thing I
can't
can
believe
assume is
Superman
someone
was
blocking
just
it.
here, Clark. Did you see? But also, I want to do a thing real quick. Just behold the devilish leader of Faust.
I mean, this isn't even the Urobuchi season of Kamen Rider.
Nope.
No. One day, one horrible day.
I don't think they meant
know.
that kind of drama between men.
No, that's here drama between women.
Yeah.
So shall we start talking about episode 2? Even though we've been jumping all over the place.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, jumping.
I mean, to be fair, we're going as fast as the pacing.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah.
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 So
Brisk.
we start with one of the funniest jokes at the start of episode 2. The master is upset that Sento brought Banjo into their secret base, and Sento's like, "Hey, he knows what's going on. Let's try and figure out if we figure out this murder that he's apparently committed. Maybe we can find out who the Batman is or who the evil organization is." So they go to Banjo and be like, "You need to tell us everything." Everything.
It all began when I was but a babe in the hospital. I was.
Not that far back.
Meanwhile, Sento is
you
off
want
to
to
the
know the
side
whole
and is like, at least he's cute.
But we basically find out that Banjo, he used to be a prize fighter, fixed a match. Later on, we find out is to pay for his girlfriend's operation or something. And he is told that this scientist has a job. He goes to the scientist's house, walks right in without knocking. Dead scientist.
And like that, and like 5 seconds later, the police come in. You're under arrest for murder.
Yeah.
You know.
Phoenix Wright would like to
Framed.
know your location.
And of course, there was no trial.
Well-
He was just straight sent to jail without any investigation.
You know, it's funny how Kat said that because Master did lean in and go objection to clarify something during that.
Exactly.
I love Master. Master is such a hilarious character.
But yeah,
He's a
it's
great
a little
guy.
obvious he was set up.
Mm-hmm. We find out more about Misora and how she does her power, and then there's a scene where Build has to go out to fight a smash. Turns out to be a trap. But while that's going on, Misora has somehow chained up Banjo to one of the pylons.
Handcuff.
Is it handcuff or was he chained in this one?
Chain.
She uses
Handcuffs.
handcuffs the first time.
Handcuffs this time.
Handcuffed
Chains
the first
next.
time, chained the second time, and drowned in a pool of his own blood in the third and final episode of the series.
But basically, Banjo tricks Misora to go do her power thing, and while that goes on, you know, feet stuff all over her phone to call his girlfriend, and she's kidnapped by Faust.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they just assume that this one phone call from a random ass number, which by the way they don't track, even though they could have, they just assume that this is going to be her boyfriend who's going to be immediately, you know, like, I'm coming to save you, and not just somebody who's very, very concerned.
I just imagine the world was like, prepare yourself, Kasumi, for you are about to. Hold on, I want to take this. Who is it? Who is this? Hello?
Hello, we're here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Ah, we have your girlfriend, shit lips. Come and get us.
I'm sorry, but could you repeat that?
Yeah. So what else happens in this episode? We get our second best match, which is Gorilla Mond.
A gorilla and a diamond, because
You don't know how
diamond
that
is
works.
unbreakable, and you cannot stop King Kong.
Oh my god.
We get to see
It's nice
more.
that someone has a reasoning for these matches.
No, trust me. Like, so here, let me point out. We're not going to check out the cameo Bill did at the end of Xaid, but there's a bottle set that is never used in the show that is a doctor and game console to turn him into X-8. So it's like, no, they just go all over the place with the files. Let's see here. Basically, Sento saves Banjo, finds out about the girlfriend. Banjo gut punches him. Sento is a very smart person, by the way.
But is this the episode that also has the guards that all combined, like, again, a fucking transformer to turn into that giant fucking turret thing?
Yeah.
It's called a Metal Gear Fresno. It's a very important symbol for anti-fascist propaganda.
Metal Gear launches nukes? It can't be.
No, Metal Gear launches nukes. It's Solid Snake who stops Metal Gear from launching nukes.
Yes.
So Banjo goes to this place. Kazumi's been turned into a monster. Night Rogue, taunts Banjo.
Night Rogue is Batman, for those of you keeping score at home.
Yeah, Night Rogue.
And we get our newest death.
Oh, not yet. But it's implied throughout the fight that if Build stops this monster, she will die. And then, we get more flashbacks of Banjo and this girl, because we've had so many episodes of the two of them together. So many episodes.
I care so much about yeah.
Yeah. The failures of heated drama between men is that it does not care for women.
Man, they could have just made her a Kamen Rider and just, got over with faster.
Boy, and I thought they were mean to Yaiba on 01.
Well, you gotta remember, Yaiba's the first female Kamen Rider in this series to actually live to the very end.
Ugh. Yeah, always have to remember that Kamen Rider comes from the 70s manga tradition, and as such must be regarded with all the sexism and horror that implies.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
remember the horses, Sean?
Oh God! And I'm still remembering the one with the village.
Yeah.
Ugh. So I have questions, but I don't want answers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's safe to say Kamen Rider is among the more tame Sundays manga compared to stuff like Tezuka's MW or the Spider-Man one,
or Going to God.
I mean, to be fair, if you've ever read the Pokemon manga when that came out, that shit was like cutting up Pokemon all over the place. So,
well, not even just that. Like Pidgeot tore up Blue's back. Koga tried having Monk literally go inside someone's esophagus.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Yeah, you've never read the Pokemon manga? It's fucked up.
Why would I read the Pokemon manga? That's my brother's fandom.
To annoy him.
But
yeah, but I annoy him by making jokes about Avatar, the James Cameron movie.
So during the fight, Banjo realizes that there's no way Kasumi can be saved. She starts shooting herself in the face with her fire blast.
Which again raises questions about whether or not these are sentient beings we are fighting, or if they are the mindless soldiers that we think they are.
They're not entirely villainous.
To be fair, at the very least, Build does save them in the end. Mm-hmm. Except for this one, obviously.
Yeah. He fights to save lives rather than to destroy the monster.
He wants to see smiles.
So we get our introduction to hazard levels. I hope you guys enjoyed your power level system from Dragon Ball Z, because you're going to hear a lot about hazard levels throughout the rest of the series.
Eventually, we will get hazard level over 9,000! Which is actually
9,000?
Which is actually a mistranslation by the fans. It's actually over 8,000!
I was more of a fan of it's 1,009. Oh wait, I got my scour upside down.
I think what you actually mean is it's 10%.
Fuck!
Wait, Kuchiri, the line is actually it's 1,006, not 1,009, because upside down would be over 6,000, which isn't any of the translations.
Either way,
I had this guy around 9,000.
Anyway, so Build does this like complicated multi-bile thing with a vacuum cleaner, a diamond, the gorilla, and a squirrel. And I think Frezzo got where I was going with that.
Yes, he made a complicated megaphone featuring duct tape, a squirrel, and a megaphone.
Oh my god, it's Build. It's Kamen Rider Build. He's gone from suck to blow.
So somehow Build is able to separate the soul from the monster. Kasumi was like, hey, yeah, no, I lied to you. I was told by this other guy, Nabeshima, that, about this job, and it was all a trap, and it's my fault. You probably wouldn't have gone through any of this if you ever met me, blah, blah, blah.
But I want to meet you because I love you. Oh, and then she fades away into fireflies, and it's like
a Pokemon character, or she dies with sparkles. At least she didn't turn to a statue.
No, she just turned into the Dragon Bile, which Sento gives to Banjo after a scene where Banjo, kind of like pours his heart out and thinks that Sento's asleep, but it revealed Sento wasn't asleep. And then they gave each other a look, and then Sento was like, "Oh yeah, he's single now."
Yeah.
Also, I love
speaking of dragons. The bottle's a dragon bottle.
I just said that.
Oh, you did? Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
well, what we didn't say is I love the gag where every time the microwave opens up, it scares the shit out of them.
We almost had an accidental kiss.
And more mystery boxing for things. This Nabeshima guy is this bald-headed prison guard who's the one who injected Ryuga with
evil.
With evil.
He's the one that broke. He's the one that busted Banjo out of jail to go to Faust. But we now move on to episode 3, where Sawa has found some more information on. Really?
Episode 3's opening.
Yeah, I mean that's not too dissimilar to what the conspiracy board looked like.
Nope. So Nabeshima
So we just gotta find Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Sylvia, all day long. I've been hearing about Pepe Sylvia.
So Nabeshima is our goal, and while they're discussing the goal, we find out that there's another smash going on, which instead of Sento focusing on Nabeshima, he's going to go fight the smash, and Banjo is kind of upset about that. Hey, what's more important, solving all of these mysteries or being Build? And Sento's like, being Build.
Which this episode cements for me my personal thesis on Kamen Rider Build, which is that it's the greatest Spider-Man story ever told. Like, this right here is pure Spider-Man shit. Like, it's not about... it's just one guy who wants to help people, who started out from a specific place and has grown and changed as a result. He started out as someone who was kind of pulled into various mysteries with amnesia, and has been doing this Kamen Rider stuff for roughly a year now, and he's gotten used to it. It's the Prince Lear line about how you do something for long enough and you start to become it. Like, you do good things and you want to slay dragons and save princesses, is because it makes you smile. Makes you feel good.
We forgot to point out in the last episode, my bad. Sawa finds out about the secret base because the master forgot to shut the door, and Sento left behind a matchbook.
These are all idiots. They're all idiots.
Such idiots.
And then we get the other reveal about what's her name?
Misora.
Misora. She's a fucking idol. She's a fucking streamer.
Well, it looks like we're back with Sympho Gear.
Yay!
No, I love
tomatoes.
It's like, we gotta track down. I'll do it. Hey everybody, it's me time. Ooh, I'd love to know if you have information for me. And Everyone is typing in the chat.
And when she gives them the smallest bit of a wink, their heads explode with love.
Yeah, no. I love how she leans out camera, eye drops her face. Only guy.
Ah!
How
my
does social
God.
relationships save the day?
The world is saved thanks to the neats.
Turns out horny older men can be useful for something.
Now you know
Finally.
why. Now you know why this cafe that apparently has had no visitors ever in these episodes makes their money. It's all the tier 3 subscriptions.
Think of the Twitch bits. The Twitch bits.
Has
Anyway,
anyone
so-
had anything from the cafe? Like, I forget.
No,
Is it,
not
no
yet.
one? Not yet.
Don't-
Okay.
Yep.
Hey.
No, we'll start counting the customers they ever get if they ever get one.
All right.
See, instead of a kill count, it's just easier to count all the customers.
It's certainly a smaller number.
By the end of it, 2.
So basically this goes on. Sento goes and fight the Hawk Smash, where we get Sawa like narrating the whole fight like over hyper anime best friend off to the sidelines, which causes Bill to be like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah, like I said, that gag doesn't feel like a third episode gag. That's a episode 5 or 7 gag.
Well, we're speed running this shit, so
Yeah. I forgot how fast paced this portion of the series was.
I do love the bit where some people are like, "Hey, isn't that Kamen Rider Build the fugitive?" She's like, "No, he's not fugitive. He's totally cool."
And then he runs away.
Then he runs away.
I love how like she races in during that fight. Like she somehow rode the whole way there in heels.
Amazing.
But while
hey,
this
if you can
goes-
find you a lady that runs around in heels, you'd be scared of her.
Mhm.
Oh my.
So basically, Banjo finds some information, steals the phone away from Misora to call Nabishima, finds out the name of the evil organization, and Nabishima did all of this to protect his family, who's hiding out in one of the other countries.
In Saito, which is like a northwestern Japan. It's like all of Hokkaido and part of the main bit.
It's west. So so there's northwest and east. There's no south. So it's the west country.
I mean, things are going south. Does that count?
Yeah. we're in like the southwestern Japan, Tokyo and all that, which is now the country of Toto. Which Mike, be quiet. But this is a thing that they don't really like. There's a gap in the wall that lets them sail later from Toto to Saito, and like, how far does this wall extend, and how high does this thing? Because in the first episode, they have that motorcycle chase, and guys get flung into like the weird red barrier atop the wall, and they get obliterated by it. So there's obviously like some sort of force field thing happening, but also there's handy gaps to let them get around it. I don't know.
It's
Well,
magic.
They've had 10 years to find stuff like this, though. Like there's.
You can also give the argument that it seems to be based off like the size of the wall, and the red bit seems to depend on the actual like height of the earth that it was around it. So it could be that there's just a hole under the water there, and that's why it's lower.
Yeah.
I just can't help but think of the like logistics of it. I mean, I know in the end it's a story about this and separating Japan, and
It's a heated drama between Frez.
heated drama between men, but also the violent instincts of man and reactionary
Right, a heated drama
tendencies.
between men.
Yeah. Ignore all the women that are over there. It's just between the men.
Yeah.
These things don't
I
matter in the grand schemes. I'm just curious.
I do love the scene where Banjo shows up in costume, and Sawa is like all into playing the role play, and then Banjo just ruins it instantly, and she breaks the character as well. Oh, Grandma! Oh, okay.
I'm not grandma. I'm a grandpa.
And the costume doesn't even matter because they're immediately like, Banjo Ryuji spotted, eliminate, exterminate.
The police always know when and criminals are about, but never when people are in danger.
I mean,
We're-
Ryder says, "Hey, cab."
Yep. We're gonna be
and
saying that a lot.
And then
It's like
for
how
the-
useful though that all of these cops are in fact robots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, apparently, these robots don't have ears.
Well, of course they don't. They're mailboxes.
So Sento, for the 5th time in these 3 episodes, saves Banjo, and they go into this warehouse where they have a discussion, loud discussion, where the robots are right next to them, walking
Yeah.
around.
I
What's
would
up,
just like
Frez?
to mention the funny thing when he's getting caught by the cops and he uses the dragon bottle to do a super punch and he punches with that. Like, yeah, fuckers, take that! I got you! Surrounded. Oh.
Oh,
Fuck.
The humor is very much on point.
yep.
But Sento tells them to go save the family. He'll fight the smash of the episode, which is a ninja smash. And during the fight, what do we get for Kamen Rider Build, Cat?
Cat.
Cat.
Hello?
So he gets wings. Great.
Oh, sure. We
So they could do it the entire time.
Yeah, our boy Aruto after lost his and never got any back for 50 episodes. 3 episodes in, this fucker gets wings. But also, I would like to add that our boy Build here has discovered the ultimate best match.
Good. Oh,
God damn it. Can we stop with that meme already? It's not even that funny.
I don't get it.
There was this girl who was describing the way she gives blowjobs, and she did it in a weird way that made people go, haha, that's funny. And now they're putting it everywhere.
If you
So
go
So it's
live-
sex shaming.
Give it-
Got it.
It's a
Oh,
joke
God.
about spitting. That's it.
So on a more pleasant note, Kamen Rider being a good person helps them in the end because it turns out the woman who owns the smuggling ship was the woman who was
no, it's
smashed
renting.
earlier.
Yeah, renting.
Yeah, and this fits in with the overall thematic worldview of the Kamen Rider franchise as a whole, which is that helping people ultimately helps you. It goes all the way back to the original manga with, I believe, the arc with the what's it called? The motorcycle club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happened, and also there's the connection with children.
Yep.
And Kamen Rider is always aligned with protecting children.
So,
Plus, it was this episode where they're in that warehouse, very loudly whisper talking. That Sento was like, "Well, I mean, if you do this for a reward, then are you really being a good person?"
Again, Spider-Man shit. That's pure
Yep.
Spider-Man shit.
I mean, I told you this before, Sean. Most writers of modern Spider-Man are Kamen Rider fans.
Yeah, that would track.
hmm
Again, Jonathan Hickman is
like
literally
Deadpool.
doing a Kamen Rider run.
So we do this, Hawk Gatling fights over, Banjo and others go off to the other country, and then Sento hears a noise, and being the smart genius Kamen Rider he is, undoes his Kamen Rider transformation, getting rid of his armor to get stabbed in the back.
By a snake.
What's up, Frez?
I just wanted to add that despite my memery, Sento here combines Hawk with a Gatling gun. This is the most American Kamen Rider ever.
America! Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
This is where they should use the red and blue. Then, man.
But yeah.
So,
and
anyway,
again,
we
he gets stabbed, and Nakashima gets eaten by a big cobra. It's Cobra
Yeah.
Man, which again, vintage Kamen Rider shit.
Which, of course,
the smash was Nabashima, by the way. We didn't point out the smash was Nabashima.
which means they're walking into a trap.
Yep.
Yay!
So episode 4, another amazing opening. I love this crew. They're all
I love
funny.
the abruptness. Episode 3. Oh no! Sento has been stabbed and poisoned. Oh no, what's going to happen? Episode 4. Oh wow! Lucky that I got you out of there in time and completely healed you off screen.
Yeah, that was
What I'm
very
hearing is this
convenient.
writer watches Doctor Who.
Well, yeah, so the master somehow walked into that warehouse, found Sento incapacitated, saved him, and basically they go into more discussion that, Banjo's going to the trap. There's a conversation about, Nabashima was a smash and it was all a trap, and be careful. And then Misora creates the ninja bile while she's walking out being tired, which I love how she tired, sleepy.
If you wake me up, I will cut you.
Oh, that was last episode. That was hilarious.
Oh,
And then they wake her up. Oh God, they wake up the goddess.
When they
Run
wake
for
her
your
up-
lives.
When they wake her up, it looks like a shot from fucking Hausu.
But this cold open's funny because they realize they need more information of the Skywall tragedy. And so she's trying to go to sleep. Sento grabs her and he's like, "Hey, we need Mite. No, please, no, please, no, please, no, please, don't want it, don't want it, don't want it, don't want it."
Objection.
And then he's like, "Master!"
I love it. I love
And
when
then
she
she
does
just
it.
falls-
Hey everyone, it's your favorite idol Mita.
Yeah, so the only way to go forward is the alternative, which he's done before. Go to work and ask your boss what the fuck is going on.
I mean, if Genkoku does not know that Sento's build at this point,
He's dumb. He's just
Yeah.
straight up dumb.
But also, and this is me theorizing, this institute has to have something to do with Faust. Like, one of these fuckers has to be secretly one of the evil Kamen Riders or some shit.
I mean, the uniform is literally villain uniform.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
they're so villain-coded.
I should point out that Night Rogue and Bloodstalk are pseudo riders. They're not riders.
Yeah.
We didn't
And-
have
I don't know.
And of course, we have the other two prime ministers who are very cacklingly evil.
Well, no, we forgot to bring this up. Whoever saw the light of Pandora's box, their mentality changed. They got giggled. They got infected with the giggle.
Oh, Christ.
And who
Oh,
else
good.
was there?
Jin-Chan.
The assistant.
Yep.
And who else was there?
Well, I mean, the astronaut saw the light whenever he picked up the box, but as we're going to see in every intro from now on.
But also, he's pointing out, hey, I got the footage, and he basically does a CSI to it. I tuned and enhanced and turned on the filter and found out that these panels come off this box, and that proves that the box has an outer shell.
Shut up. That doesn't prove shit.
Yes,
no.
it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. That's enough. It does prove it.
I love how Jintoku asked Sento to research the box. He finds out more information about the box. Shut the fuck up. That's not true.
And then he brings up Faust, which finally gets their attention. And, oh, you're deep into the conspiracy. Wonderful. Oh, we can actually tell you shit.
Yeah.
But again, they don't know that he's Build.
They don't act like they know he's Build, but
It's the glasses, Cat. It's the glasses.
it's the cowlick. It's the cow.
How can you
Yeah, I was gonna say, he
recognize
doesn't
him
wear
as
glasses.
Build? He's wearing a helmet that has no hair.
So while this goes on, Banjo and Sawa finds the kids. Again, I love how they have this whole scene. They don't need Kamen Rider suits. They could do stuff as civilians. That's cool.
I love that Sean mentioned Metal Gear. This is straight up some Solid Snake shit.
All they need now is a cardboard box. Oh wait!
Oh wait!
I also love how Banjo has no customer service skills. Opens the door. I'm not Shima's family. And then he starts.
I mean, he was an MMA fighter, so
I mean, that explains why he's so very, very dumb.
The TV Neon subs eventually just calls him Muscle Brain. I don't know what the subs.
He's so Fua-brained.
Hey, Fu at least had some smarts to him.
Truly, he was one of the.
Fu has solved that lawyer crime, and his first action was stand up, crack his neck.
Truly, he is one of the characters in Fighting in the Age of Loneliness.
But we actually get to meet Nabashima's family, the wife, and this super cute kid who is trying to show Banjo some cat cradle stuff.
How cute.
And Banjo's starting to get conflicted. This man is the reason why he's now wanted murderer, and basically the reason why his girlfriend's dead. How, like, can he really hate a man that has a kid this cute and a family and what he was doing to protect his family?
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
Inconclusive.
I
love the subsequent
I guess
scene
it all
where-
depends.
I love the subsequent scene where the cops go after them and one jumps on the van and there's a countdown. Oh shit. And it's basically like the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Start the engine! Start the engine! Get her up!
It took them like 5 seconds to realize that was a bomb. Hey, look, that's a timer. Is that?
It was wild. They drive off the fucking pier and jump out of the van onto the boat at the last second, and the boat goes off in the water and kaboom! Jesus Christ! It's like the show has a budget.
Yes, a budget that spends mostly on the special effects that look like PS2 graphics, which is perfectly great for Japan since they don't give a shit about realism.
Speaking of graphics, we got Minecraft Smash here. So they reintroduced the monster element to Nabashima, and he turns into the Cube Smash. And
Kamen Rider gets a text message from Bloodstock telling him if you don't beat him in 3 hours, he's going to die.
Yeah. We'll see more of Bloodstock later.
I mean, that would have been more of a threat if we knew how long it took for him to get there.
Yeah, the time limit really didn't affect anything. And also, Bloodstock has a new toy, a sniper rifle.
Well, I mean, Night Rogue had that same weapon he used as a sword against Sento in episode 2.
Magic wand, make my monster grow.
Yeah, that's basically what he does.
And it's
My brain is
called
mush.
The Devil's Smoke, which again, hail Satan.
Also, I love how like Sento, he has all these best matches, but he goes into these fights where he knows he's underpowered using non-best matches. Like Night Rogue even like, hey, you know, you can't use random battles, dude, right? You know that, right? Don't use random.
Yeah, I guess he just wants to keep experimenting. After all, it is his catchphrase, let the experiment begin.
Mm-hmm.
And more combinations means more toys to put on the shelf.
Yeah. Well, most of the build toys is literally pieces you put onto a dummy. So like,
there you go.
Yeah. So
look, Banjo isn't that bad. Don't insult him like that.
He's not even a Kamen Rider, or we can insult him as much as we'd like.
Yet he's not a Kamen Rider yet.
Yet. I'd be very surprised if this asshole doesn't get a belt at like the 1/3 mark or something.
Yeah.
So Banjo actually saves the day using the dragon bottle, throws the drill sword, which, you know, Bill's like, hey, I didn't know you could throw this. And then he's like, man, you haven't seen my pecs yet?
It's guy love. That's all it is.
No, see, it's fine. They're cousins.
God damn it.
But yeah, no, they saved Nabashima, who now has no memories. Well, there went all the stuff to clear Banjo. But we do have a couple of nice scenes here.
Oh, this is kind of sad, but also the way that Sento cheers up the little girl. It's really sweet.
Basically, Banjo realizes that, hey, he can't be angry. Like, he's angry, he's mad, he kicks the bed, but then he's like, you know what, dude, your kid loves you. Be there for her no matter what. And then then Sento does the whole little experiment with the metal plates and the light. That's cute.
Yeah, if you can't have the memories back, make new ones.
Yeah. Before this, it was revealed that the master was the astronaut who found Pandora's box.
Plot twist! And of
Further
course,
plot twist where he pulls the plate off the wall, and it's the missing plate from the Pandora's box, and it's like, "Are you part of Faust? Are you part of Faust?"
according to the next time trailer, so I'm part of Faust.
God.
Yeah, no, so that's where we're going to be leaving it this time.
Sorry, but that was really funny. It's like, are you part of Faust? So I'm part of Faust.
And of course,
we did talk about the fact that he turned the iPad into a back scratcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was our first hint that something was up with him, other than everything else.
Well,
yeah,
no,
he just so happens to find our hero lying in the middle of an alleyway while carrying
He just
a very
so happens
suspicious
to have
umbrella.
somebody with him who could turn the things into the bottles.
And so happens to have something that matches the bottles.
Yeah.
And so happens to have this whole laboratory space underneath that they can do experiments with the bottles, and actively is encouraging him to be built.
Yeah, no, it's implied that Sento built that entire laboratory space.
Oh, and he also made sure that Build went to take that job to work on the Pandora's box. Like that.
Well, I'm sure we'll get all the answers in the next batch of episodes. I'm sure. Sure.
Doubt.
Doubt.
I mean, at this speed, we very well might.
I can't press X hard enough right now.
Press X to Jason.
Anything else we want to talk about with these 4 episodes?
I like the designs of the riders. They're very they feel very classic, but also modern at the same time. Like not in the sense of Shin Kamen Rider, but
the vacuum's hilarious. Just wait till you see his best match version of the vacuum.
And I'm just holding back on. There are so many things I'm noticing because I watched the show before, but I have to hold back so hard. Oh God!
Like there's seeds being planted that will reveal plot twists going into the final episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just...
Plot twist. It was Kamen Rider Build the whole time. He was the bad guy.
No, that was 01. Remember, Aruto was Arc.
I know where you live, sir.
Yeah, he was the bad guy all along.
Anyway, so thoughts. Who wants to go first?
I am intrigued by this, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely intrigued by this Kamen Rider Build. It's got a wild fucking concept with the alien shit and the wall and, the factions of Japan. But at its heart, it's an interesting little story with enough pieces to keep you going. It's sort of got this unfolding mystery involving Banjo and Faust. But it also has real heart to it and is very inventive with its Kamen Rider fighting, the whole equations playing into it all, mixing and matching the bottles. So I dig it. It grew on me as we went through these 4, and I'm curious where we're going to go in the next batch.
All right, Kat.
So I have one very important question. This won't change my opinion of it, but do they ever finally slow down with the pacing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So this was a main complaint with the writers from like 2015 till Geo, which came out next. Because I'm going to go into a bit of a spoiler here, but there is 20 bottles in this first arc.
Okay.
and they want to make sure he has his 20 bottles and his 10 best matches by the end of the first arc. So in order to do that, he needs to keep on killing the smashes that have his other bios. So yes, it's a little bit rushed, but then after this, we get new mysteries that are more slower paced.
Okay, that's fine by me then. That's like my main complaint is just the pace of it all. It was kind of hard to get into the characters because I didn't know that much about it, especially Banjo's girlfriend, whose name I still don't freaking remember because it doesn't matter anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
But no, I liked it. I liked it as a series. I heavily enjoyed the jokes that they made. I heavily enjoyed the characters so far. Obviously that could change. Who knows? It was a little chaotic again. That I'm going to attribute that just to the pacing. And once it calms down the pacing a bit, I think it'll be a lot better. And hopefully, will give us a little bit more time with these characters to actually, get to know them and understand them and everything. So I'm excited for more. I'm excited for more.
I can straight up tell you that every character they've introduced so far makes it to the final episode, and we learn so much about each of them, and they have many great moments, like one-on-ones and the group, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah.
As someone who has already experienced build, though admittedly back in 2020, so it's been a few years, I was pleasantly surprised by how much it holds up. There's a lot of detail that gets brought back in later episodes that pays off. There are some smaller things like the individual costumings, like Banjo's thrift store outfits are very charming. And there are things that are being set up that I am excited for you all to see the payoff for, or you will be surprised by some of them. And I should note, I may or may not have spoiled one of them.
I'm not commenting on any of it. For the last few weeks, I've been telling Sean in the DMs, don't forget, do not spoil.
Yeah.
Don't spoil. don't spoil. Don't do it.
It's something that you are not going to figure out until it happens. And when it happens, it'll be
2 episodes later, we figure it out.
Do you guys want to throw out some theories you have so far? I promise.
I have 0 theories.
Okay.
My only theory is that Faust is somehow involved with one or all of the governments, just kind of like as a secret shadow society sort of thing, enacting their true plans. Because that's
I wouldn't be surprised if each of the governments thought that Faust was only with them and was going up against the other ones, and they're trying to incite a full-out war between the 3.
Ooh, interesting.
Well, there was a scene between the prime minister who wasn't there. So the prime minister of Toto never saw the light. So he's like the only like pure-hearted man like in government right now.
He's also the assistant's father.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we find out through Gintoku that the other countries are ramping up their military, which will come into play in future arcs.
Yep.
And yet it's strange then that, like, for all that, what we have is Kamen Rider going up against basically a police state. Like, we're going with this organized state. We're going to crush you and kill the fugitives.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep.
Would that make sense if it was like one of the other countries?
Yeah, we'll get more into what the other countries' deals are in later episodes, but just to throw out a potential thing that you could theorize, who do you think Batman is?
Good question. I have no idea.
Nope. Cat's holding their thoughts.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember what the fuck his name is. Who's that lead dude who is in charge of the scientific shit and he like has a weird goatee and everything?
Gintoku, the assistant to the prime minister, the sleazebag.
I'm calling out him. He seems way too involved with everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And who is this new character that we've just met? Bloodstock.
I think it's somebody we haven't seen yet.
Or it is somebody we've seen and we just haven't been given the hints yet.
Mm.
All right.
It's the
Well,
idol chick all along.
And all of a
She's really
sudden,
pissed they won't
and
let
all
her
of a
sleep.
sudden, and all of a sudden, a guy shows up.
No.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
a guy with a
legitimately stab
goatee
you.
who rips off his mask to reveal another guy with a goatee. It's the master.
Again, Sean. You haven't seen 01. You don't know their hatred to you don't know their hatred to the 01 version of Crocodile yet.
Okay.
I hope that was vague enough. Anyway,
Next time, we're gonna get Sean to actually watch 01, and then he'll know the pain.
Yeah, good luck with that. I've got a bunch of shows I have to watch. The Sympathizer, Douglas is Canceled, The First Omen, and The Underground Railroad. I also have to read War and Peace. So
anything you want to plug before we move on?
you can find me at thekingandredandblue.blogspot.com. I've written 2 books. One was Imagine Scott Free Happy, and The Tower Through the Trees, one of which is through Arkfield Press. Yes, I've been doing some work here and there, and I can be found on socials at DeathChrist2000.
All right. What about you, Frez?
President'sRavingRants.blogspot.com. Been doing the comics challenge where Sean has been giving me a bunch of comics to read. And by the time this podcast goes up, I should hopefully, unless something bad happens, have some thoughts on Shitaro Ishinomori's Kamen Rider manga up on there. So if you're interested in Kamen Rider, have a read to what I think of that. And also twitch.tv/Freezing Inferno, Monday nights, 7 p.m. EST.
Kat, what are you doing on Sundays?
On Sundays, I play Junima Kart with my best friend Kristen. We do that on Sundays at 12 p.m. MST. Technically, there's some Stardew Valley around it, but mostly it's Junima Kart.
Junima Kart?
And
Junima
Willem,
Kart?
and Willem Dafoe's. But yeah.
And Willem Dafoe, yeah.
You can find us on social medias. All the stuff will be in the doobly-doo down below. Find us on Twitch. All that fun stuff. And yeah, next time, I think what I want to do next time is just 3 episodes. Because this first arc is technically 14 episodes. So I think we should do 2 3-episode podcasts and then 2 4-episode podcasts. Let me double check.
The McCoy
They're
season
cock-blocking
approach.
us.
Let me take a quick look at something real fast.
You need to check and see which would be the most annoying to us.
Also, I just want to add, I didn't know it was short for Kristen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, yes. 3 episodes will be good enough next time.
Okay, so 4, 3, 3, 4.
So, yeah.
As I said, the McCoy season approach.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next time.
Buckety bye.
Good night, all.
Good night.